What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? I gotta. This is something that it bothers me a little bit. When breeders say they don't do it for the money. Now, what is you breeding for? Because yeah, you could breed because you like the dogs, but you know the most. I feel like this. Y'all can shoot me down. It's one real breeder in the American bully world where he tells the truth and everybody hates him, and that's Muscle Tone. Muscle Tone tells the God honest truth. You know, this is a business. This is a money thing. This is where we eat, everything like that. He was like, what? And I remember he did a live, and he asked the individual. He said, "You breed?" Well, he didn't ask. He said, "Well, you breed dogs for a I'm gonna say how he said it. He said, I breed dogs to feed my family. You breed dogs to show the trophy awards and all this stuff and to say that you made a bad dog." And he was like, yeah, with dog breeding, you're going to make a good dog, you're going to make a bad dog. He was like, it's all a part of it. Is no bloodline that sit there and say, or no blood or no kennel that say everything they produce is great. They'll be lying to you. They'll be lying to you. And what kills me is when they say it's not about the money, but then charge you an astronomical stud fee. 35, 4, 6, 7, 10 grand almost. You know what I mean? So if it's not all about, and I'm not saying everything is free, but what I'm saying is, it's not about the money, but when I ask you, it's 6,000 this, 7,000 that, 8,000 this, but it ain't about the money. That's a lot. You know, and then you get, right now in the bully world, everything is off of, you know, especially these breeders, these big breeders, they're banking on repeat customers. You know, because not a lot of people have the money that they want them to spend. Not a lot of people are making it like that. And what they'll do is they'll put, and I'm speaking everything from the truth and what I see, and I see it all the time. They'll put these guys in repeat deals, on 360 deals, kind of, where you could get the dog, you can make payments on it, and they'll let them rack up 2, 3, 4 dogs and get the payments, and they'll hold the papers. Instead of just charging them a decent fee or a nice fee, they'll try to get, send them the dog and make them feel like, okay, look, you got to pay. Or you get some of them be like, no, you can't get the dog, just pay me straight on out. And these are supposed to be people that don't do it for the money or non-caring, not caring. This is a business at the end of the day. If you paying taxes, you got an LLC, or if you're making a living off the dogs, then this is a business. No matter how you look at it. You got some people that don't even register their kennel. They just produce, and when it's time to buy a house, something like that, they'll put it in their name, and it's loopholes around it, especially when you're buying a house with cash. When you're buying a house with cash, they're not really going to ask you but too many questions. Or you could put where you worked at before, just say that you saved up some money. Other than that, it's multiple ways around it. But they try to get stuff out of you, and I look at one guy. This guy got about 5, 6 dogs and haven't produced nothing. And he gets on, and what kills me is he gets on the internet, this person takes care of me. He shouts out their kennel, everything like that. But bro, you've been buying these dogs from this kennel, and you ain't produced nothing. You ain't produced nothing with it. You ain't do nothing with it. And you just buying these high-ass, expensive-ass dogs and ain't producing shit, but got the nerve to throw shots or blows or whatever. Bro, you spending all this money that you don't have. You know what I mean? And then get on the internet, okay, let's do this deal, or let's do this. Nobody don't want to work with you. Nobody don't want that shit, man. Because if they did want that shit, they'd buy it from the fucking breeder that produced it. You know what I mean? They'll buy it from the breeder that produced it. And these guys don't see that because they so they're so into it with this breeder. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. And I hate, that thing where they say they're drinking the Kool-Aid. Because one person told me I was drinking the Kool-Aid one time. I'm like, nigga, no the fuck I wasn't. But they are, you know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, oh, this is my brother, this is my friend, this is my business partner, or he's cool, he spent money with me. I feel like this. I could spend so much money with you, but once I realize I ain't making nothing and you just taking all my dollars, then it's the fact of, all right, nigga, I gotta wake up. Because I'm giving you I'm busting my balls, breaking my back to pay you money, and I'm not receiving nothing. I'm not getting nothing. I'm on the giving end. And that's where, and this is what's happening with a lot of these people that's buying these dogs from these big kennels. I see it every day. I see it every day with a lot of people, and you will see it when you look at their yard. They got so many of this particular person's stuff, and they're either not producing with it, they're not getting the litter, or when they try to stud the male or breed the female, nobody want to work with them. And it's a lot of kennels like that. And it's like, damn, bro. And what I like about Muscle Tone is he guarantees you on a litter. And without me, he makes you sign a contract where you can't sell the puppies for little than this. What you pay for the stud fee is what you gotta sell the puppies for. You know what I mean? So Muscle Tone, everybody talks bad about Muscle Tone, and it's like he's the only one that really want to see you succeed. Now, I'm not saying that these kennels, some kennels, when you doing breedings with their stuff, it'll be a hit some of the times. But what they'll do is they'll sell you everything that's not taken, or what they don't want, the scraps on their yard. Or they'll fucking breed the hell out. And this is the most case for a lot of these kennels. They'll sell you a male that got fucking 6 to 10 breedings on his back, and they sell you the dog, and when you get the dog, you can't do shit with him, because everybody either got his puppies or they got semen on him, and you just looking like a big ass goofy with him, and can't do shit with him. That's the God honest truth. You looking like a damn goofy trying to stud the dog out, or get a stud fee money, or do pup backs, and nobody don't want to work with you because they already got the shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of cases like that, where a breeder sell you a male that got multiple puppies on the ground, then sell you the dog. Then you got to switch the paperwork over in your name. Yeah, now you'll be all Muscle Tone that did that, but the thing is, Muscle Tone dogs, they have a style. They build their own name. And what's different between them is they're an incorporation. You know what I mean? And they're always in demand. And people always want to get with them. And the thing is, their blood is making... you got people that's selling their grandchildren and making money off the blood. You know what I mean? With these other guys, you can't get that. I might buy a dog for you and make not $1. You know what I mean? And in this video, it might seem like it's all about the money, but listen, a lot of people spend their last. Like, you had one dude spend his last dollar. He spent his last dollar on some frozen. He thought he was gonna make some money off the frozen. The breeder hyped his head up, told him you could sell the puppies for $30,000, $25,000, and he couldn't sell not one puppy for $30,000. He wound up letting them dogs go for $500 and $1,000. Right? So then somebody I know did the same thing. He used the same frozen, used the same dog. He told him the same thing. You can sell the dog for $30,000, $16,000. Went online and actually said you can sell these puppies are going for $17,000. And my boy wasn't selling the puppies for $17,000. He got his money. He made $35, $45 off the dogs. But at the end of the day, he made more than the other man. He definitely made more than the other man. But at the end of the day, these breeders be hyping you up, talking about, oh, I sold you a diamond in the rough, or I sold you a golden ticket, I sold you a golden goose. I sold you a coin maker. I sold you. No, you didn't. You sold me a fucking headache. You sold me a dying machine. You sold me a motherfucking dog that can't produce me shit. You sold me a dog that can't build a legacy. You sold me a dog that you damn drained and used, and I can't do shit with it. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You sold me this motherfucking dog and he can't do shit, or she can't do shit. Matter of fact, she only have a one goddamn puppy, goddamn it, and she probably had about 4 with you, and you gave it to me, and now she used and abused and she can't do shit, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens, bro. Like, this is what the dog game, like, the dog game is just like the streets, where people just try to fuck you over and just try to make their dollar. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? You get genuine, and then the genuine people that try to fucking help you, or try to, you know, guide you, or not even guide you, try to sell you some good shit, you want to fuck them over. But then you pay the big motherfucker the money, and he fucking fuck you with no Vaseline, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's so many motherfuckers I done help. They go to the big motherfucker, and the big motherfucker fuck them even worse. And I didn't even do shit. And then I get fucked out the deal. I know a motherfucker right now. Fuck that. I ain't gonna tell it. Because motherfucker talking about I owe them. And nigga, you fucked me. Nigga, you fucked me, nigga. Because you wanted to go to the big nigga, and the big nigga fuck you, and you feel some type of way. Because you ain't produced nothing. You ain't doing shit. Nigga ain't doing shit with his yard. Come on, bro. But then secretly watching my motherfucking page. Secretly watching my page, counting my dogs. Counting my females. Maybe because they ain't got no females. I don't fucking know. But it's the truth, man. And this video is going round and round, because I look at it like this. It's not supposed, dogs is not guaranteed. But if I see you eating good off of it, and I come to you and try to shop, be real with me. Let me know this is what I wanted, this is what I suggest you to get. Don't give me something that you done tried to work with, tried to do this, and it didn't work. Because I'm giving you 6,000-7,000. You got legit people that's trying to feed their families, and that bought a badass kennel setup, got everything out the mud, and they coming to you for some fire shit, and then you fuck them. It works like that. And that's why I'm telling you guys, where if you're gonna do this right now in this 2026, it's best to start off with your own shit. Buy you a bad male, buy you a female, and obviously you're not going to be able to get, for some, and I'm not saying for all, that 5,000, 6,000, 3,000 mark. You're gonna have to start lower, and then build your name up. Because the only thing it is building a name, building a rep, and then building a client base. Because this is what's gonna happen when multiple people start buying dogs from you. Then they're gonna show their puppy off, or show their family the puppy, and then they're gonna be like, okay, I want a puppy. And then it's gonna be a word of mouth thing. And some breeders do word of mouth. Some are good at marketing. Some are good at with their strategies and marketing and all that stuff. And that's how they build. Me, on the other hand, I do both. I got word of mouth, and I try to get on the internet and post my puppies or wherever, you know. So it works both ways like that. But you know, you're gonna have to build. In the American Bully world, no, I think it's in all dog worlds, where you're gonna have to build up a rep and build up a client base and build up everything like that. And it's a tough thing, but you're gonna do it. And I'm not gonna say nobody can do it, because you can. And I'm not no big guy, and you know, it still takes me a minute to sell, but we get them sold. But the thing is, I make sure that we get them gone. You know, some customers, there's some people I wish I never even sold a dog to. You know what I mean? They say they're gonna do one thing, and they say they got you, and then They do the totally opposite. They wind up selling the dog or giving the dog away, or they get on hard times and start letting the dog go for $250, you know? Well, no, $275, you know? So that's how they do it. Then they tell you come back for the papers when you got the rest of the money, but you didn't. It's a long. This bully world is crazy. But it's man off pals, found his bullies, and I'm out.